Right, this is day 5 at Fiddick Park again. Much greyer day today and a bit more chilly. The map says there's about 1,200 feet of ascent today, so as against 100 feet yesterday. So hopefully there'll be a bit more variety. Just heading to Fochabers today, or just the outskirts of Fochabers, which I think is about 11-12 miles or so. Let's make a start. Looks like a nice pub, but it's a bit too early in the day. We've only just started. It's rather confusing at this point. There's no directions or anything to show you where to go. But apparently, as far as I can tell, we go up here. So there's a sign there. A bit hidden away, but it is there. Well, disappointingly, the first mile or mile and a half is all along a road. We've actually climbed up quite high, right from the beginning, and now in the forest, but there's no views. Still in the woods and still on the road, but there's a nice little bridge here. Not much of a stream. That's quite an ornate bridge for a tiny little stream. Well, the ornate bridge obviously belongs to this palatial house. Have to look up, see what that is. Looks rather grand. But we go this way past the bins. You don't often get to see the red squirrels, but you normally just see the notices. But I've seen probably half a dozen so far. None of them actually walking, mostly when we've been driving, but there are obviously quite a lot about. It's a nice pleasant woodland, but we're still on the road. And the road goes ever on. I'll tell you one thing, this walk is a mycologist's paradise. There's tons of different mushrooms and toadstools all along the way. Most of them are past their best now, being eaten by slugs or birds or whatever. But these are fine specimens. It looks like we might leave, well, we won't leave the forest, but we'll leave this track now, this road, and finally start on a forest track. Well, that's just under 3 miles of road walking to start the day, and I can't say I'm impressed with that. That would make a lovely drive, but it doesn't make a very interesting walk. Finally, we're off the road and we're going to follow a forest track, climb the hill a bit, see what we find there. Let's hope it's a lot better than that road. We might be coming up to the highest point of the walk today. Just had a long, mile and a half steady uphill, so it can't go up much longer, especially as the trees are disappearing. You know what would be good on a walk like this? To crest the brow of the hill and suddenly have a great big vista in front of you. I think we've reached the top, but it looks like it's a gentle meander down through the forest. Where are those views? And can this be a view coming up, I hear you ask? We're finally getting out of the forest. And lo and behold, the view. Now that's what makes walking worthwhile, and I wish there was a lot more of this on this Speyside Way. Well, it's been another bit of forest walk since that nice view, but we're coming out again. Pretty much the same view, but it's a beautiful view. Well, we're heading down to the river, so that's how far we've got to go down. I guess now it's just downhill all the way. So we're finally getting off the forest track here and going through a proper path through the woods. So I don't know, about over 6 miles in now, and this is the first path that's not actually a road or a forestry road. Hallelujah. Back to more familiar paths now alongside the farmers' fields, but you get a much better view along here than you do in the forest. Now 9 times out of 10 when you see a sign like that, you take no notice of it. But what's that up ahead? Well, it doesn't say I can't go through here, just that I might get shot. Just a tiny glimpse of the river down there, but you can hear it from here, and you can hear the road as well. Just come through a farm, Bridgeton Farm. Quite a nice path. Takes us quite a long way downhill towards the river. Well, we come down those steps there, and all of a sudden we're back in civilization, back to the road and the River Spey. I think I'll take a break here, have some coffee. We don't actually go this way, but we might as well have a look at the bridge and the river. And that's the rail bridge over there. Apparently this is Boat Brig, and then we cross under the railway. Looks like an old, I don't know, farmyard. Well, almost like a zoo. Oh, they've got dogs in it. It's probably a kennelry. Back on road again. I hope this doesn't last. When we got down to the river, I mistakenly thought that we'd actually then follow it all the way to Fochabers, about another 4 miles. But no, we're now back up high in the forest and walking on a road again, and just come up the biggest climb on the road of the day. So I'm not really enamoured with this section of the Speyside Way, but we'll see how we feel once I get to Fochabers, and after tomorrow when I get to Bucky. Let's have an update then. That's the most interesting thing so far in the last 2 miles, and there is some view. Well, at least there's a bit of grass in the middle of the road. Wouldn't it be nice to actually walk on grass though? Well, there's a bit for tired feet. I've got to walk down there, go around the corner there, if you can see it, and then the path goes all the way up through the woods, back up again to where we come from. It's going to be fun. Well, just about a half mile down there is something called the Earth Pillars. I've no idea what it is, but if it's as interesting as the Speyside Way, I'll give it a miss. I'm not about to add a mile to an already tedious journey, so plod on that way, down the road, ever on. Well, that's a rather ignominious end to a very disappointing day. I could have walked further into Fochabers, but this was a convenient place to be picked up. Tomorrow we head up that way, and it actually looks like a footpath. Well, I'm sorry Speyside Way planners, but that was complete crap. A 12-mile section with 3 miles road walking at the beginning and 4.5 miles road walking at the end. That's not really a national walking trail. I could have got a map, found a country road and just gone for a walk. Probably would have been more interesting. Obviously the budget for the Speyside Way didn't include access rights, otherwise it would have actually gone through a few fields here and there, which would have been much better. Or here's a thought, it could have even gone along by the river. Never mind, 1 more day left, and from the map it looks as if there's only road walking right at the end along the promenade at Bucky. So let's hope that's going to be a good day. You know, I couldn't even be bothered to get the drone out today. That might have made a fairly disappointing route look interesting. What I am going to do instead, and something which I thought I'd never say, is I'm going to drive a Scottish national walking route. Not in an off-road vehicle, just in an ordinary 1100cc Ford Fusion. That's it, I'm going to drive along a Scottish National Trail walking route. Well, I'm sure you'll agree that that was a very lovely country drive, but that's not a walk along a national trail, at least not to me.